Hi friends. If you follow me at all on any social networking sites, you know that I am a writer, trying to be. I guess I am, because I do write things. I think what I should say is that I'm trying to be a published writer. Um, and I'm working on a new project that I'm drawing a lot of inspiration from my high school years. And the thing that I'm struggling with the most is where the ethical line is between inspiration and defamation of character. And I'm not saying that because I want to drag anyone through the mud. That's the last thing I want. And in fact, I've structured the story that I want to write in a way that even if people from my past do know who I'm talking about or who the characters are inspired by, they won't be insulted in the way that I've portrayed them. And the character who would, I guess, most closely resemble me takes on a lot of the blame in a way that I never did in high school, mostly because I was not really introspective and I didn't know how to look at my actions and say, oh, maybe I'm the one who's the problem. Maybe I'm creating this problem for myself. So, what I'm struggling with right now is how I portray some of these situations and people, I guess, in a way that's not, not going to get me sued, but also not going to be something that seems like I'm just writing it for revenge, like a burn book, because that's not my intention either. And the reason why I'm setting out to write this piece is because I feel like I have never really in my life dealt with some of the things that happened to me, and now you're probably thinking that those things are awful, and they're not. I mean, in general, I had a really great childhood. I was never abused. I was never, bullied bad enough to drive me to anything beyond moving into the theater, essentially, and being a theater kid pretty much 24/7. But I did deal with a lot of minor heartbreak, which at the time felt major. And I feel like there are a lot of kids who are in high school and think that that's it and that's the end of the world. And that's how I definitely felt. And I feel like if I could put my story or the situation into a readable story, that could be a relatable piece. So that's my goal. And I think the reason why I'm struggling is because not that I think that the people who will be central to the plot will even read my story, because I'm not in contact with them anymore, and they're not important to my life in any way now. But I'm not the kind of person who maliciously seeks out a reason to slander someone's name, and recent events in my life, like getting fired from my job, I think have shown that to other people, that I'm not that kind of a person. So I don't obviously want to inject anything like that into my writing. So what I'm struggling with is, how do I take those situations and put them into a story in a way that's dramatic and relatable for kids who might be going through a similar situation, because I don't think my story is really that abnormal, without also becoming a villain myself. And I think that's something that a lot of authors probably struggle with. So let me know if you have any thoughts on that. Right now I'm proceeding in terms of changing situations and changing, obviously, names, but anything that could glaringly point to who people were in my life. Unless, there are people who may watch this who will know exactly who I'm referring to if they ever read this story, but on the whole, most of the world won't. So I know a lot of authors do that, and I know a lot of people write big tell-alls that name names, and that's not what I'm planning to do either. I want to write late teen, young adult novel that's going to be relatable to kids that were that age. So let me know what you think about that. I I don't know, something to ponder. So let me know what you think.